Hello, guys. Hello, guys. We had two vein misses, unfortunately, but three vein misses. One bout is scrapped, which kind of sucks. But life hasn't been too friendly these days. It's simply the way it goes. I understand, man. If you can't cut weight, then you compete at higher weight class. It's very, very simple. Not too sure why people don't do it. I understand that you're cutting weight to gain the advantage. That's perfectly normal. But if you cannot cut weight, then simply you know what to do, man. If you can't cut weight, that's literally something everybody should know. Then you change the weight class. Very simple. And some point there are things that I really, really have a hard time understanding. But okay, ain't no changing. Ain't no changing my picks. I'm gonna stay with my picks, and I'm gonna stay with my picks. And tomorrow I'm following UFC. I'll skip this boxing tonight. Hello, MTG. As much as I know, the first fight that is off and the only fight that is off is Turcios versus Smatterman. That is the only fight that is off, as much as I know. Alex Perez didn't hit the scale, and Figgy didn't hit the scale. Yes, you can. Yes, yes, yes. Tell me, please. Yes, of course. How are you doing, callback? Yes, of course you can. Teddy says hi. A tebe go TKO, TKO. Hey, I bet the same. A tebe go TKO, TKO. Floyd Diaz Gutierrez go to decision. Agree. Troy Nash win a decision. Agree. Teddy says hi. Moratal Andy Cruz over 9.5. Yes. Trinidad Ornelas over 8.5. I agree. Hernandez Michael Johnson complete round one. Agree. Silva decision. Silva, which Silva? There is Natalia Silva and there is Jean Silva. Modestas Bukauskas KO. Natalia Silva decision. Okay, 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 okay. There is Jean Silva on this card and there is Natalia Silva. That's why I'm asking. Yes, I agree with all. Literally like I was playing. I don't know whether I made a mistake for betting on Paddy, but it's too late now. I can't change it now. Hey, Andre. Hey, man, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Yes, I agree with everything. Good luck, man. Good luck, man. That's what I can say. Teddy says hi to everybody. Teddy, say hi. Thanks, man. I think, I think those bets are spot on. You didn't play as risky as I did this time. I'm kind of scared on because I bet on Pimblett, but we'll see. I hope Pimblett takes him down. He can win if he takes the fight to the ground. If he doesn't, that's a big problem. Of course, Justin can win KO, TKO. Justin is a super hard hitter, man. Justin can lose if the fight goes to the ground, but Justin can win on the feet. What's your thinking behind Fugit's victory? I believe that his opponent is extremely strong, and Ty Miller will be extremely dangerous within the first round. But if Fugit survives the first, then Miller has very big muscles, which affects gas tanks significantly. So I believe Fugit has chances in later rounds. Took Paddy submission or Justin KO. Smart. That's tricky parlay. That's smart, man, because I see Paddy submission or Justin KO TKO. That's actually very smart. I think that's extremely smart choice because, to be honest, I also see Justin winning a knockout or I see Paddy submitting him. Now, I hope it's gonna be Paddy submission, but I didn't have balls to bet Paddy submission because, you know, Paddy is a god on the ground, but it's not easy to pull guard against Justin. It's pretty challenging to pull guard against Justin. So I have to hope he'll pull this out. I hope he will, though. Risky, but makes sense, absolutely. Hop on the panel, Vlad. We all like it. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. What's your boxing locks for this week? Actually, the same ones you played. Literally the same ones. You wrote your parlay. Literally the same ones I would play the same. Literally. The agreement ones I gave. No, 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 no. I would literally play the same. If I played, I would play the same. Everything you wrote, I would literally play the same. Up on the panel. Thanks. I would literally play everything same. For next week, I will see. Next week is more tricky. Now, you can call me crazy, but I think Stevenson could pull this out. I don't know about you guys, but I think Stevenson. I think Teofimo Lopez is gonna lose. I think every fight in this card can surprise except the Gaethje. I know. I placed my bets. I wrote my bets on Tuesday's video, on pinned video on this channel. So we'll see. I'm actually a bit scared because I bet on Paddy, but there's no coming back now. Ateba should get the KO. I placed a bet on Ateba KO TKO also. Puyaev is waiting to get KO'd. Absolutely. And he is significantly weaker than Ateba Gauthier. On the other side, Ateba Gauthier is leaving himself wide open. I just hope he isn't gonna get clocked by Puliev's right. That scares me a bit. Puliev's got big, dangerous right hand. But again, Ateba is stronger. I hope he isn't going to lose, though. I think Ateba is just stronger. He needs a big knockout in this fight, I think. But that is just my opinion. That is just my opinion. We'll see whether it's right or wrong. We are going to see. I'm hoping for the best. I mean, I'm hoping, but we're gonna see. Looking forward to it. It's hard to survive that first round against Teba. If you can test his cardio. Very true. Very true. So, uh, yeah, it's very hard to survive the first, but if you survive, he might guess out. Ateb is extremely strong guy, but I don't know much about his cardio, to be honest. I really don't know much about his cardio. Every single time I watched Ateba, he was finishing people early on. He is starting to look bad on the scale. Weight cuts are doing the things on table. Very true. Call me crazy. I have a small bet on Adam as well. I thought I was the only crazy guy here. It seems there are more crazy people in this chat. I'm not the only crazy guy. At least I'm not the only crazy guy. This guy took down Morales. He might beat him, man. I know. He's huge for the division. He is extremely huge for the division. Kinda reminds me of Michael Morales, but division above, though. Kind of reminds me a bit on Michael Morales. A bit. No one is betting, I don't know. So how does it work now for Paramount? You need a new subscription. I don't know because in Serbia you can watch prelims and early prelims on Fight Pass, and for main card we have it on Arena Sport, which is a TV station which every house in Serbia has. But you can also buy it if you want on UFC and Fight Pass. But we have it on Arena on our local TV station. We always have every single main card, so that's how things work in Serbia. In Paramount, I believe every fight you just buy Paramount and that's it. And every single fight is gonna work, I believe. I know I don't live in the US, but I assume that's how things work. New subscription, maybe, I don't know. Now there won't be more pay-per-views, but for example, in Serbia, you're still allowed to buy pay-per-view if you want, if you don't have arena fight. But every house in Serbia has arena fight. If you have TV, you must have arena fight in Serbia. It's literally if you have TV, you must have arena fight. In Argentina, we have it all on Paramount. I don't even pay for it because it comes free with my internet subscription. In Serbia, I pay UFC on Fight Pass, and I watched every single prelim, like early prelims, preliminary card. That's how I watched. Every single fight I was watching at UFC on Fight Pass. But every single main card airs on the channel called Arena Fight. But literally in Serbia, if you have TV, you must have Arena Fight. Literally, it's impossible to have a cable operator without Arena Fight. Then you don't have cable operator, then you have like 3 or 4 channels, but everybody has cable operator. Yeah, probably different in Argentina. Probably. In Serbia, we also have it. We have it on that TV station, but literally, you can also buy pay-per-view if you want. They still allow you to buy pay-per-view if you want, but I mean, I'm paying my internet, I'm paying my TV, and it enters the package at time. Hell yeah. And UFC on Fight Pass isn't expensive. It's around it's $115 per year, but last time I had some coupon codes, so it cost me only 75. But I always pay 1 year in advance. It's cheaper. Like this way I have to pay $12 a month. And like this I pay instantly 1 year ahead. Bye bye. I don't even have to think. Paddy the Baddy. I placed the bet on Paddy, so there is no mysterious coming back now. I have Paddy to win in that main event. I even have a bet on Paddy. To, brate moj. Valdo can survive that single punch from Lewis. He's smart, has good footwork. He might win a decision too. I think Acosta wins that fight. Ne mogu sad da žuriram aplikacije, za nekih 15 minuta ću pogledati. That is great. Ažuriraju mi se aplikacije upravo, za nekih 15 minuta će mi prorade. Justin is washed. I also think he is. Who is going down too? I think so also. Who is going down, man? You know who I am. No. No, I don't. He is washed for the higher level, but he can still be the lower level in the rooster. He can. Samo mi se ažuriraju aplikacije, par minuta i pogledat ću. Ove outdated su mi aplikacije, stavio sam sada da se ažurira, pa ne mogu ništa da otvorim. Par minuta je gotovo, evo još 4 aplikacije su ostale. Eric, that's you. I didn't know. You changed your name. I didn't know that. No, no, I don't know, man. You changed your name. Pa, 5-6 serija ti je dosta. Ponavljanje, pa 8 do 12, 8 do 15, zavisi šta radiš. Možda i 12 do 15, da najbolja varijanta 4-6 ponavljanja. Hey, Eric, that's you, the Razor, that's you, man. Didn't know. Još 4 aplikacije. Thanks a lot, Eric. Eric Mancuso on popular the Razor 25. Coming back on track. Yay. I placed my bets. You know my bets. You've seen them. We'll need luck. Ne. 4 do 6 serija, 12 do 15 ponavljanja. Znači 4 do 6 serija, 12 do 15 ponavljanja. Hope you all as well. That's you. I didn't know you changed your name, man. Može. Još me ažurira, vidiš. Ažurira mi, ne mogu da otvorim. Ali brzo će završiti. Yeah, that could be great. Would have been amazing. Da će sad i ovo brže da ide. Hell yeah. Got Pimblett O'Malley, Silva all by KO. Good luck, man. I think Pimblett O'Malley and Silva gonna win, but KO, good luck with that. UFC break was forever, hell yeah. Mišić se najviše dobija sa 8 do 12 ponavljanja kad radiš. Tu najviše dobijaš hipertrofiju. Cheers. I almost took the bridge. Yeah, same, man. Same. Evo, sad ću da otvorim, samo sekund. Evo, ažurirao, može. Može i 15 za izdržljivost. Evo, gledam. Lewis is washed. Yes, he is. Lewis is washed. I agree, I agree. 1 month and a half. I started going wild. Lewis is washed. I agree. I agree. Yeah, Lewis is washed. I agree too. Lewis is heck of a washed guy. Oh yeah, this break was forever, man. This break was forever. Going wild. I had to follow boxing because I started going wild. It really started going wild, man. Yeah, boy. It lasts forever, man. Well, this is washed. I agree with that. Fellas washed, yes. Fellas washed, unfortunately. Vidi ovako, jednu korekciju bih ti dao kada povlačiš šipku na gore i kad je vraćaš, kad kreće od poda. Ona treba ti prođe tik uz kolena, a ovo sve ostalo ti je bolje dosta. Znači, velika ti je distanca između kolena i između ruku. Treba da bude bliža ta distanca, ako me kapiraš. Inače, ovo jeste bolje dosta, a leđa su ti dosta pravija. Ovo sad gore ne mogu da vidim koliko se izbacio i kako, zato što nije dobar ugao. To je to, znači, sad ne znam da li me kapiraš, ali ako možeš. Vidi, on radi klasičan nabačaj, da, on ga pravilno radi, praktično ga perfektno radi, ovo je klasičan nabačaj, clean and jerk je ovo što on radi, to se tako zove, mislim, valjda se to tako prevodi na srpski ovo. Na engleskom znam, ta vežba je clean and jerk, jako ga dobro radi, ko god ga učio, dobro ga naučio. Was having fun. Hey, Victor, hey, well, I just turned 27 today. Happy birthday, man. Teddy says, hi, good seeing you again. Teddy, are you congratulating Victor's birthday? Are you enjoying Victor's birthday? Do you want to send him happy birthday wishes? Teddy wants to say hi. Thanks, bro. Thanks a lot, and Teddy. Teddy, say him happy wishes. Neverland. We should go to the Neverland. That's fun. Very much fun to go to the Neverland in the first place. Ah, fuck. Something has happened. Sorry, guys. Something has happened. Something unpredicted has happened. But it's time to finish the job. Captain James Cook. Oh, I love you guys. Those identities are amazing. I'm in a great mood. Well, and Teddy are my boys in chat too. Teddy? At this time. Teddy boy. Teddy, join the Pirates. Teddy, would you like to join the Pirates? Hmm? Would you like to join the Pirates? And would you like to join me? Of course, because you're my Teddy. I love you too, Teddy boy. Teddy, would you like to join the boys? Oh, Teddy, why do you have to be such an ass? Because you want. Very, very contemplative, Teddy boy. You like being an ass, don't you? I know. You like being in charge. I understand you, Teddy boy. I love you too, Teddy boy. Yeah, I love you too. Say hi. Say hi. I love you too, Teddy boy. Hi, Teddy buddy. What's up, Vlad? Actually, I have UFC on Fight Pass for early prelims and prelims, and main card in Serbia airs on Arena Sport. And I have Arena Sport just by buying my internet, just by paying to my internet service provider. So in Serbia, no need for Paramount. I just uh, I just have that UFC on Fight Pass, and I have Arena Sport or Arena Fight, however you call it. In Serbia, that functions differently, but for America, Paramount is amazing. Amazing choice. Hey, Professor. How are you doing, Giga Chad? That's sick. How did Serbia get that deal? Listen, for the last 5 years, Arena Fight covers every single main card. Literally every single main card. How did UFC allow Serbia to do that? Every region in Balkan has that, every country. For example, in Croatia, you have their local TV station. In Slovenia, you have local TV station. In Montenegro, you have local TV station. They made that kind of an agreement with UFC 5 years ago. And we have every single main card, but literally every single. And for preliminary cards, we were always paying UFC on Fight Pass. That's how things work here. Faster doing good. Mr. Dumbledore. I'm just saying that's how things operate in Serbia for the last 5 years. Uh, I can even show you. I'll send you a picture tomorrow when there is the main card, how it is here. I can send you a picture tomorrow. Yes, they want to increase the sport in Balkans. I will send you tomorrow how it looks on that TV station. The main card and how it looks at UFC on Fight Pass. Giga Chat doing good. No, 5 years ago they arranged some kind of a deal. But literally in Serbia, if you have cable operator, you must have arena fight because every single cable operator in Serbia has arena fight, that TV station. Literally every single. If you don't have arena fight, then you have like 3 or 4 TV stations and that's it. But you must pay cable operator. Like if you want to watch TV, you literally must pay cable operator. So like arena fight is technically mandatory channel. As soon as you pay your cable provider bill, you paid for arena fight. Snape, Snape. I can send you tomorrow pictures, Giga Chat. Just remind me. Hop on the chat and remind me. I'll show you how it looks here. Ain't no problem. The goals. The Super Bowl is about to happen. Who is playing in US? Where are you now? Are you in the college now or you're somewhere else? How's everything going? Where are you now? Did you move to college or you're still in the area where you were sending me photos? By the way, I'm impressed. How did you know that we have a big Catholic church in Plovdiv? Like it's an inside info. Literally, I was shocked. Dobby, hey Dobby. I was shocked with how you knew that because Catholic church in Plovdiv is inside info. Like you can know that if you've been to Plovdiv or to Bulgaria. Finding that online is, I'm not gonna say it's very hard to find that info online because I know some people who visited that church in Plovdiv, and I had a conversation with them recently, and they were shocked. They were literally stunned. They told me, "Wait, the guy lives in America and he knows about Catholic Church in Plovdiv." I said, "Yes." I even showed them, I even showed them the chat, and they were like, "I'm like, what's wrong?" They were like, what is this guy? A prophet? I was trying to look up Catholic communities in Orthodox countries. Well, they asked, is this guy a prophet? I'm like, no, he's just a fan of mine, a guy who likes to research. They were like, this is inside info. He could have never known something like that. I'm like, well, he knows. RC, the vacantist bishops actually made a priest to go there. Ah, now I see. Ah, why didn't you tell me that? Dolby. Hello, Dolby. Vladdy and Teddy. There are the vacantists in Plovdiv as well. Ah, now I know how you know that. Teddy. So your bishop used to go to Plovdiv. Now I know. That's an inside job, man. That's what they told me. It was on one of our websites. But one of your priests went to Plovdiv. It's an inside job, man. I told you. They told me it's an inside job. And they said if that's not an inside job, then that guy is a prophet. I'm like, he's a fan of mine. I literally showed them the chat, and they were like, hmm. They were still like, shocked. It's one of your websites, so one of your priests was there. That makes sense perfectly. To be honest, I don't go to Plovdiv too often, but it's actually the closest city to me, but closest big city. Sofia is further than Plovdiv, but I prefer central Bulgaria. I prefer Veliku Trnovo. I prefer sea like Varna, Burgas. Awesome job, sir. Yep. I think they flew him to America and ordained and trained him, then let him go and give sacraments to some people there. So you want to say he was trained in America? I didn't know that. Nobody mentioned me that. Hell yeah, boys. I'm telling you that these guys told me that it must have been inside job unless you're a prophet. There's around maybe 20, 30 people in Bulgaria who are Sedevacantist Catholics. I don't know the exact number. I was just talking to people who know about that church in Plovdiv. Never been in that church. I've been in Plovdiv, but never been to that church. But yeah, you assume that the guy from Bulgaria was sent to the US for training. That makes sense, makes sense totally. Now everything makes sense. But they were so persistent with Vlad, that's an inside job, Vlad, that's an inside job. I'm like, guys, give me a break. I'm more Vlad and Teddy, thanks. The mainstream church has thousands of Catholics in Bulgaria. Church, yeah. Of course. We've got like 1% of Bulgarian population is Catholics, 1 or 1.4, something like that. We are predominantly Orthodox country, but we celebrate Catholic Christmas. We celebrate Catholic Easter. Technically, on the piece of paper, we are Orthodox country, but we celebrate majority of Catholic holidays. For example, believe it or not, Serbia has more Catholics than Bulgaria. Now you're gonna laugh your ass off, but I'm dead ass. In Serbia, 4% of population are Catholics. In Bulgaria, it's only like 1.4. Not big. I appreciate the compliment, bro. Catholics that are Easternites, so they celebrate Christmas on January 7th. Yay. But for example, our state, Christmas in Bulgaria is called Koleda. Like Koleda, that's how we call Christmas. Christmas is holiday on 25th of December in state jobs. And I asked one of my friends who works a state job, why is that happening that way? And she told me, well, we're trending towards the West, but when she, for example, when she's in the church, she does like this, you know. She's not doing like Western, she's doing like a real Orthodox. But they celebrate Western holidays. It's like kind of hard to explain. Yes, those are Croats. There's almost all Serb Catholics. Never seen any. Uh, uh, type this. Just type this. I was talking to those people because now I also live in Vojvodina. I live in south eastern Vojvodina in the city called Pančevo. But northwest Vojvodina, especially near the city of Subotica, Serbia, near the city of Subotica, there are those groups, Bunjevci and the group called Šokci. They are kind of Serbian Catholics. I mean, kind of. They claim that they are Croats, but history says they are Serbs. Serbs who accepted Catholicism. I'm 100% confident at that because I was refing to one of their teams when they were playing in Pančevo, and I asked their players, and they told me, well, technically we are Serbs, but Catholic Serbs. They were explaining to me that the team is called um, uh, oh man, some weird name. Team is called Sloga Čonoplja, I think, or something like. I know the name of the place. The place is called Čonoplja, but I refed to their team when they were playing against Dinamo Pančevo, a club from Pančevo. Wow, I had no idea about that. You have the internet, you can check this. Just type those two words and research. What side were they on in Yugoslav war? They were trying to stay neutral because there was no war in northwest Vojvodina, but across the Danube, in Vukovar, in Ilok, and in those areas there was a war, and they supported Serbia because they thought, they didn't want to get back to Croatia because they didn't feel that they belonged to Croatia. So they supported Serbia because they were assimilated with, how you say, with Serbs. But technically, they are Serbs. They just believe in, how you say, sorry, man, I'm agnostic. This is hard discussion for me. But they say we are Serbs, but we don't believe in the same God you believe. That's how they say. I'm just quoting one of their players from that team, Sloga Čonoplja. He said, "We are Serbs just like you, but we don't believe in same God." I ask you, how do you mean you don't believe in same God? He says, "Well, you're Orthodox, I'm Catholic." I told him, "No, I'm agnostic." He said, "Not you, but majority of people here are Orthodox. We are Catholics, but we are Serbs by ethnicity." That's what he told me. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. They told me that. Listen, Vojvodina is a mixture of cultures. There are tons of different cultures. Wikipedia says they're a separate ethnic group. On a piece of paper, yes, but they believe they are closer to Serbs. That is what they told me when I was talking to them in person. They are native to Serbia, though, I guess. Same like Vlachs. Vlachs are natives to Romania, but they moved to Serbia, and then the border was changed after war, and they remained in Serbia. I assume that was the similar situation to Bunjevci and Šokci after the fall of Austro-Hungarian Empire. Yeah, they are native to Serbia. I was talking when that team called Sloga Čonoplja was playing against Dinamo Pančevo, and I was talking to that players. We just discussed, normal discussion. And I asked them, and that's what they told me. We said, well, we are different kind of ethnic group, but we are Serbs who believe in different God. And I was like, how do you mean different God? He said, You are Orthodox, we are Catholic. I said, no, I'm agnostic. And he said, no, uh, you are agnostic. Majority of people here are Orthodox. We are just Catholics. We have different churches, we have different gods, and that's it. Or maybe a different god, whatever you name it. Serbs are like the most radical Orthodox alive today, more than even Russians or Greeks. I assume Georgians are the most radical, but maybe they are. But I'm agnostic, man. So I know that technically I should be Orthodox because I'm originally from Bulgaria and Serbia, but I'm agnostic. I'm 100% agnostic. So I'm not a guy who can, participate in those kind of discussions very effectively. Pedro Mali, Jean Costa, Gross Silva, Windsor, my picks, you agree? Yes, I do. I do. I actually have a bet on Paddy too. Believe it or not, I also have a bet on Paddy. I mean, you can see my bets on the video from Tuesday. We'll see whether I was right or wrong. We're about to find it out very, very soon. Oh, thanks a lot for the dono, Giga Chat. Yeah, Georgians recently done shit like the 90s Serbs. I think the USSR made them more ethno-nationalist and not as religion nationalist. I would like to explain me, if possible, the difference between ethno-nationalist and religion nationalist, because this is, thank you for the super chat, by the way, this is something new to me. Like I'm trying to understand what is ethno-nationalist and what is religion nationalist. Sorry, but this is new to me. If you'd be eligible to explain me the difference, I would be grateful. Please. Like, I mean, nationalist is a nationalist generally. You believe in your nation as much as I know. Mm, Guess I'm learning new things every day. This is actually a very fun discussion. Teddy, would you like to hear the difference? Ethno-nationalist means more focused on your ethnicity, while religion means more focused on Orthodox identity. Because Georgians seem to tolerate other religions more. Uh, I have one question to ask you now. I'm gonna tell you because you know that I lived in Bulgaria while there was era of Iron Curtain. And I will tell you one thing. In Serbia, for example, during socialism, there were churches and they were silently operating, silently, very silent. But in Bulgaria, during Iron Curtain, churches were on the verge of extinction. They were banning them, they were chasing them, they were literally stalking them everywhere. It was very, very dangerous to be a believer back at the communist era. But when the Iron Curtain fell in 1990s, but technically in 1991, people became religious overnight, literally, because there was a hard period, a heavy transition, and literally overnight everybody started believing it. It was pretty strange. I remember that I was a kid, but I remember that in the year 1991, Bulgaria reopened over 100 churches. Every smaller city or even a village were having church. But during the Iron Curtain, Bulgarian secret police was extremely non-tolerant towards churches. But then I remember, like 1 year, you are not allowed to even get close to the church. And when I was 5, back in 1993, when I was 5, everybody were going to the church. Literally everybody. Everybody in that village where I was living in, when they came to the main area of village, everybody were visiting church. But only 2 years ago, you were not allowed to even go to the churchyard. Crazy. How crazy is that? But I'm just saying, the Iron Curtain was heavily unfriendly towards churches, so I'm not too confident how it worked in USSR, but in Bulgaria they didn't tolerate churches at all. The regime was extremely, extremely strict towards churches. But in 1991, everything changed. And in 1993, like more than 90% of people were Orthodox and not like normal Orthodox, they were heavy Orthodox. Especially in that village where I was living. You think Smotherman gets it done? Smotherman fight is off. Don't you know? He fell on the scales, but literally fell. He hit the scale, but fell. They wanted religion, so they were allowed to keep it, but the West did not want it, so God took it away. I know, man. In Bulgaria, people are actually pretty religious in Bulgaria, but Iron Curtain was heavy. Got to check it out. Iron Curtain days were heavy, man. Believe me. I just hope I will never ever have to go through that again. These Iron Curtain periods. It's funny, Vlad, the whole NFL is trying to force all these black quarterbacks into the league, and they made 16 to 32 teams. Black quarterbacks. I haven't followed NFL for a while, but I used to follow NFL when I was a kid a lot, and it was a good way to go. I really enjoyed the NFL when I was younger. When you're mentioning quarterbacks, my favorite quarterback of all time was Peyton Manning. And I was a fan of Tom Brady, though. Tom Brady has always been a crazy guy. Same here, brother. Peyton Manning is the GOAT. His teams never backed him up either. Ah, very true. Sometimes that's not an easy pill to swallow. 2 more minutes and I'll have to go because there is UFC tomorrow and I don't want to miss that spectacle. Need to be fresh for tomorrow. But okay, 2 more minutes I will be here. Tomorrow we're gonna stay up all night. I can't wait because I love this goddamn fucking sport. I love this goddamn fucking sport, man. Yeah, this lad, his second season in your team after he left. The Colts, he set the records for touchdowns, passing yards for a quarterback in one season. That is still the record today. I know Hoover Colts. That's amazing, man. So amazing. I used to prefer that classic era of NFL. We were so crazy about that when we were younger, very much. Daddy, say hi. We got to go now. I would stay more, but tomorrow is UFC. I'm covering UFC, and don't forget to mention me to send you photos how this looks in Serbia when you're following. I'll send you photos. And when he won the Super Bowl on two teams as well, Colts his last season with Broncos. Denver Broncos. Great. Okay, see ya. And tomorrow, if you join, I'll show you how things work here. Just, I'll send you. See ya. Teddy also said hi. Tomorrow is a new day. And he won on Colts. He had the worst defense of anyone to win a Super Bowl. So many great records. Tomorrow we continue the discussion, man. If you're alive. See ya.